Let's check out example 4.6.4. The table contains the number of crimes per 100,000 inhabitants from the years 2008 to 2011 in the United States. So we have the years listed on the left. We have 4 different types of crimes, and within the table are rates per 100,000. And that's how we're able to get these decimal numbers in here. It's a rate per 100,000. First part, we need to total up each column and row. So we're just going to add the numbers across for each of the 4 types of crimes. Make sure you don't add in the years. For 2008, we get 1,222.2. For 2009, we get 1,139.1. For 2010, we get 1,087.1. And for 2011, 1,072.3. And a quick check, sure enough, does indicate we get 4,520.7, which matches our total data given to us. Now we need to add the different crimes. Robbery is 511.8. Burglary, 2,853. In totaling the rape category, we get 113.3. And in totaling our vehicle crimes, 1,042.6. Again, for a total of 4,520.7. Question A asks us to find the probability of the year 2009 and robbery. So to find 2009 and robbery, we know the total 4,520.7. Let's go ahead and write that total in. We need to determine how many are in 2009 and robbery. So looking at the year 2009 and robbery, we have 133.1. So dividing that out, 133.1 divided by 4,520.7, we get a probability of 0.0294. Part B, find 2010 and burglary probability. We do the same thing. 2010 and burglary, we have 701 total. So 701 divided by 4,520.7, and we get 0.15506, which we would round that 06 up to 1, 0.1551. Part C, 2010 or burglary. 2010 or burglary. We're going to take the probability of 2010, add to it the probability of burglary, and subtract the probability of both. So probability of 2010, 1,087.1 out of 4,520.7. Probability of burglary, 2,853 out of our total. And then we're subtracting off the same value that we found above, 0.1551, or 701 over 4,520.7. And when we calculate that, we end up with 0.7165 for our probability of 2010 or burglary. Now in calculating part D, I want to find the probability of 2011 given that a rape has occurred, or given that you pulled a rape crime. What's the probability that we have a crime from 2011? So we can look at this in 2 different ways. The first way is the more conceptual way to think about it. Since it's given that I have a rape crime, I'm only going to focus on the numbers in the rape column. In the rape column, which one refers to 2011? 26.8. So one way to calculate this is take the 2011 in the rape column, 26.8, and divide by the total in just that column, 113.3. And we get the probability 0.2365. An alternative is using the formula. If we use the formula, we find the probability of 2011 and rape divided by the probability of a rape crime. And so in this case, 2011 and rape is 26.8 out of our total 4,520.7, divided by the total in the rape column, 113.3, divided by 4,520.7. If we divide those out, we end up with the same answer, 2365. Which we should. If we're doing a problem two different ways, and both ways are correct, we should end up with the same answer. This idea of calculating probabilities for crimes actually is helpful for insurance companies because that helps set their rates on their insurance. Vehicle crime, damage, burglary in your house, so homeowners insurance or renters insurance. These probabilities can also help us determine how we can make things better. And the big picture with data, ultimately, at least in my mind, is we want to be able to use the data for good. Use the data to determine how do we do better? How do we make things better? So we can calculate part E pretty much exactly the same way that we did part D, only this time, instead of using the column of rape crimes, we're going to use the row for the year 2008. And hopefully you can see how this changes. 2008 is the given part of our conditional probability. So we're going to focus in on 2008, look at vehicle crime. So probability of vehicle given 2008. We could calculate this with the vehicle crimes only in 2008, 314.7, divided by the total in 2008, 1,222.2. And that probability would be 0.25748, which would round up to 5.2575. Again, looking at it in a different way, probability of vehicle and 2008 divided by the probability of 2008. Vehicle and 2008, 314.7 out of the total, divided by probability of 2008, 1,222.2 out of the total. And that's going to give us the same exact numerical answer, 2575.